Hi Capricorn, welcome to April. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy. So this month we have a full moon in Libra on April 7th, and we have a new moon in Taurus, which is favorable to your sign on the 22nd. And then Pluto, which has been in your sign, is moving retrograde on the 25th. So I feel like that can take some of the intensity away when Pluto goes retrograde. And that will be for 6 months until October. So we may get a break from some of this coronavirus stuff. We'll see. So let's see what the cards have to say about Capricorn and love for April. So what does Capricorn need to know about love and relationships for April 2020? What does Capricorn need to know about love and relationships for April 2020? What does Capricorn need to know about love and relationships for April 2020? The Three of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Devil, the Lovers, the Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Ten of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Hierophant. Okay, so you start the month off with the Three of Wands, which is good. The Three of Wands is, it's a card of things starting to happen, things starting to come together. So whatever seeds you have planted in the past, you're going to start to see the results of those seeds in April. So if you've been working on a relationship, things could start to improve. Or you could decide, because you have the Three of Swords here, it's like something, you're going to be cutting some things out. I think you're going to realize what's important in your life. So there are some relationships you may feel are no longer fulfilling, and those might be cut away. And others are just starting to grow. So you could be, for some of you, there might even be a choice between two people, because you have the Lovers here. So one relationship is growing, another relationship is ending. Or you're cutting away, because the Three of Swords is sorrow, separation, a cutting away. Sometimes it can mean minor surgery, but that won't be true for everyone. There could be someone in your life, though, that's going through a difficult time, and you might be helping them through some type of depression or some type of illness. And that could feel like a burden at times. So it's like you want to have a love relationship, you want to do things, but you're overwhelmed with responsibilities. So you haven't had the time to devote to relationship. There could be a new romance budding, though. I feel like there could be some new, if you're not in a committed relationship, there could be a new partnership just starting to grow with someone that you feel very strongly attracted to. There could be a lot of chemistry, because you have the Devil here, and the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is a message of love. So you might have in the past received some kind of communication or messages from someone that you think that is showing interest or showing their feelings. A part of you doesn't believe that they're going to make it. They're going to want to make contact, because you have the Knight of Cups here. This is a romantic proposal. And it's in your negative thinking sector. So you may be feeling like, oh, this isn't going to go anywhere. Don't let your negative thoughts become a reality, because your thoughts are very powerful. So you want to make sure you're thinking always in the positive, visualizing a positive outcome. I think if a person is wanting to reach out to you, or has wanted to reach out to you and hasn't, it's because they've been really busy with work. they have a lot of responsibilities and you just haven't had the time to devote to relationship. It could be you or the other person, because you have the Ten of Wands here in your environment. And that is, that can sometimes represent the other person, how they feel. So they're carrying this heavy burden. And they could even feel a little bit insecure, or not, like, a part of it, they're not feeling confident in reaching out to you. They may feel that you wouldn't accept them, or they don't have enough to offer. So they're kind of shy about it. But this person is looking for a commitment. They're looking for something solid and stable. And so are you. If you're not in a relationship, Capricorns don't like to, they like something, they're pretty traditional. And you have this Hierophant here as an outcome, which is the card of something traditional, something solid, stable. If you get, you might have even, so if you're separating, some of you might be cutting one relationship out and then looking for new love. I'm trying to cover all the bases, since this is a general reading and there are different interpretations. There also could be a relationship with someone, and this might be the one that's ending, where this person was very dependent upon you, or too much dependent upon you, either for money or for emotional support. It was like a codependent type relationship, where they were too needy or too dependent, and they were becoming a burden. They weren't able to solve their own problems. That you might be deciding to cut those types of people out and those types of relationships out. Like if a relationship is becoming too draining, if something is too draining and it's not healthy, and it hasn't been in your best interest and it's been dragging you down, you may decide to put that burden down at some point in April. On the other hand, so here's where the Lovers comes in. Because, both the Devil and the Lovers in the Rider-Waite deck, they have similar imagery. They're two people. In the Devil card, they're chained. You see you get the image of the Devil in the background, and these two people are naked and chained to the Devil. It kind of represents addiction, or being, chained to someone even though they're not good for you. But I feel like you're leaving that energy behind. You're not going to be devoting your energy and your time to something that's not good for you. And you're going to overcome fear, because the Devil always it represents fear too. Fear of being overwhelmed, fear of taking, of something just taking over your life. So you are going to be releasing any kind of negative habits or draining relationships in April. And then the Lovers, because I'm seeing the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, there could be something new developing that can bring you more stability and more security. Something that can really be a strong connection it's just starting to develop in April. It's not really manifesting, but it's the beginning stages, and it already has started, because you might have already had some kind of contact with this person. The Five of Pentacles, you might be feeling a little insecure financially. You might be thinking that your money situation is unstable right now, or you might be dealing with someone who's going through some kind of financial hardship and may come to you for assistance. Another way the Five of Pentacles, sometimes you feel cut off from loved ones. You feel cut off from the people that are close to you. You're like in isolation, which is, we're all in that now. But it's going to feel that, you're going to feel that more strongly. It's like, so maybe you're going to want to connect with someone, but you can't. But you could still reach out through phone or internet or, you just can't be in person. It won't be an in-person connection. But there could be someone going through some kind of difficulty, maybe a depression, or maybe feeling feeling cut off or lost, who may come to you for comfort. And you may feel like helping them. You may be giving some energy to help someone through a difficult period. Because you have this Queen of Cups here. This is a card of, someone who's very compassionate. It may be someone from the past that comes back that needs your help in some way. the Queen of Cups is someone compassionate, intuitive, wants to help, wants to heal. So you could be getting involved in some type of healing work in April, or trying to help someone who's going through a healing crisis. Could involve, and maybe they even need minor surgery. Maybe someone close to you needs surgery or is going through it. It's not a serious, it's not going to be like a death sentence, but it's going to be someone who's really having a difficult time and you're there for them. But at the same time, there is this new beginning coming. And you also may have an opportunity to share your wisdom in April. And you might be establishing something or working with either you're working with a company that's been around for a long time, like government, healthcare, education, because the Hierophant represents something solid, stable, conservative, something that's been around for a long time. So you could be working with them, sharing your knowledge and wisdom, sharing your skills. And that could help your financial situation. But I really feel for the romance, though, I want to finish with the romance energy on the new love coming. It could be that another option is that this person that you're starting a relationship with could have been through a difficult time. Maybe they broke up with someone, or they were separated from a loved one. Maybe a relationship ended, and they've been dealing with a lot of sorrow. And they haven't been able to let go in the past, but I think they're starting to come out of it, and you're going to be a good friend and a good influence on them, helping them through some kind of crisis. And it could lead to a serious relationship down the road. One where you might have to choose. Sometimes the lovers is always a choice between two paths. So you may choose to let go of something that's unhealthy and then choose something that is a better fit for you. So that's the card reading. Let's see what the astrology has to say. So Libra, full moon in Libra in Capricorn is happening in your 10th house, and it's influencing your 4th house because the moon is in the 10th and the sun is in the 4th. So you've been really preoccupied. You might even be working from home. Something is coming to completion at this full moon that involves career and home. You might be feeling very energetic because the sun is in Aries and it's going through your 4th house. So you may have new ideas about what you want to do with your house or how to work from home. The moon in the 10th house can bring you recognition, but the moon can sometimes bring a little bit of instability, especially since this full moon, is squaring Jupiter and Pluto in your 1st house. So it may be whatever recognition you're getting, or whatever's going on in your career, whatever's completing at this time, is at cross purposes with your life direction. You may be doing a lot of thinking, like, where am I going in life? Where do I want to be? Who do I want to be? How do I want to be seen? Because you have Jupiter and Pluto coming together in the 1st house. That's a very powerful combination. And Jupiter in the 1st is bringing you luck and opportunity. But in Capricorn, it's making the progress difficult. You have to work harder to access this luck and opportunity. And Pluto is transforming how you see yourself, how people are seeing you. So you're kind of in like a transition period. And so that's why things may seem unstable in your career, because maybe you're not sure, you're thinking of making some changes, and you're not sure about your life direction, or you're trying to get on you might even be offered a more powerful position at some point. But you're learning how to deal with power. You're learning lessons of power. You might be dealing with powerful people. You might be attracting powerful people. So the main lesson with Pluto in your 1st house is how to use it in a positive way. Use Plutonian power to empower others, not just to make yourself, don't act like the bully. Because there's always a tendency when Pluto's in the 1st house that you become the bully, you become the tyrant. You don't want to do that. You want to use your power wisely, use your power to benefit the whole, not just for your own selfish needs. If you do that, Pluto will destroy you, because that's just the way it is. See, Pluto wants people to use power in a good way, to help others, to empower, like the rising tide that lifts all boats. You want to use your power to make life better for everyone else, because you're in a position of power. You can have decisions, you can make decisions and get things done because you are powerful, because you have that power. So you don't want to abuse your power when Pluto, that's the only warning. But this is a very powerful time, and a very, there's a lot of opportunity with Jupiter and Pluto. And usually that's a wealth building aspect. The only thing is, right now you have Saturn and Mars going. Saturn just moved into Aquarius. Mars just changed signs. When we had the whole gang was in Capricorn last month. Now the gang is starting to move toward Aquarius. And the first two planets are Mars and Saturn in your second house. So this is going to affect your financial situation and your self-esteem. When Mars is there, you might be working harder to make money. You might be working harder to maintain your sense of self. Or you might be feeling like, hey, I know who I am, I know what I want to do, and you're taking action. You're not going to be sitting on the sidelines. Saturn is showing you the reality of your financial situation. So if there's anything that needs to be fixed, if you need to take more serious charge of your money, you're going to be doing that now. Because sometimes expenses come up, and it just makes you see the reality of your financial situation. So if you're in a situation where you're not making enough money, or your finances are kind of in flux, you may be working toward getting a better job, a better paying job, those kind of things. Venus is in the 6th house, and it's trining Saturn and Mars. So this is good. We're getting support from Venus. Even though there's all this powerful, these squares with Pluto and Jupiter and the full moon, there might be a lot of changes going on around you in your career sector. But Venus is supporting you in the 6th house as far as health goes. Your health is going to be good. It gives you, you just have to be careful not to eat too many sugary things or overindulge in sweets and carbs. So keep your immune system up. But it's also helping you to make money, helping you, with Mars, if you're taking action, Venus is supporting that. It's also supporting relationships with your coworkers. So things will be more harmonious while Venus is in the 6th house. Mars, now you have Uranus in the 5th house, and it's squaring Mars. Mars is going to be squaring Uranus. So there could be some unexpected developments that involve children. You might have an unexpected expense around a child. You may have an unexpected development in a relationship, a romance. Because the 5th house is... it's romance, it's children, it's creative self-expression. There could be surprising developments that catch you off guard. So you might have to spend money that you weren't counting on or thinking about because of some crisis that happens. Because Mars and you might even have a falling out with someone. We have an argument over something, over a creative project, and it could be something to do with finances. So then we have the new moon in Taurus, and that's in the 5th house. So there could be, and it's conjunct Uranus. Now this could be positive. It could be some creative project that comes up out of the blue, or even a new romance. But it's squaring Saturn. So it's like all these good things, and then we have these obstacles. Saturn's in the 2nd house. So it could be that it's going to cost you extra money. Or it could be that you're going to be working harder to get this thing off the ground. So it represents opportunity or change, but it also represents work because of Saturn. Saturn is telling you, just look at it realistically. You have to have a practical plan. You have to put in the work. Yes, it can be a great opportunity, but don't underestimate the work that's going to be involved when you start this new thing. And it may take a while for it to be profitable, because Saturn in the 2nd house is restrictive. It doesn't give you anything. It gives you rewards after you put in the work. It doesn't give you rewards up front. So you might be working on something new, and for a while before you actually see profit. You have Mercury in the 4th house, and it's sextiling Venus in the 6th house. So you might still be working from home, communicating from home. Mercury rules communication. technology, so there could be some things going on where you're communicating with coworkers from home. And it's squaring Pluto and Jupiter in your first house. So you want to make sure Mercury in Aries is very outspoken. So if you're in a position of leadership or power, just be careful. Choose your words carefully. Don't come off as, you might be coming off as too aggressive in your communications, and that is going to affect how you are seen in the world. You might be seen as a bully if you do that. So just choose your words carefully. Make sure you're not bullying anyone verbally. But otherwise you should be fine if you just keep that in mind. Mars, again, is in your second house. It's trining Venus, so there could be you could be working on something that you really enjoy working on that has some kind of creative aspect to it. Venus is squaring Neptune. Neptune's in the third, so there could be some communication misunderstandings. If you're signing any contracts, make sure you read the fine print. Make sure that whatever you're starting, you could be starting a new relationship or a new creative project at this new moon. Just make sure that you're not idealizing the person, that you're seeing them as for who they really are. Because sometimes when Venus squares Neptune, love can just seem wonderful, and then later you like wake up and the dusk falls out of your eyes and this person was not everything you thought they were. So someone could come in being very romantic, and you think, oh my God, this is like, I met my soulmate. And just get to know them before you commit to anything. And that's also true with any kind of money transaction. Make sure that you're very specific about financial things. If you're signing any contract, read the fine print. The North Node is in Cancer. It's at 0 degrees Cancer in the 7th house. So this could represent a new cycle in relationship, a new karmic cycle. So you could be ending one karmic cycle that has drained you, that has burdened you in the past. You can be putting that down and starting something new. And if you're starting a new relationship in April, it could have a very healing influence on your life. It could be with someone who's very sensitive, very caring, very compassionate. So you're attracting someone that will be nurturing to you instead of just, like maybe in the past you were the one who was doing all the giving and not getting enough back. You're helping someone weaker than yourself, and they had nothing to give. This new relationship, it will be more of a mutual give and take. You'll be with someone who is more sensitive to your needs, more nurturing, more like maternal. Even if it's a male figure, it's going to be someone who's going to be very like a mother to you almost, or very nurturing, very supportive. So that should be good. So if you can overcome some of the challenges, and then Pluto is going to go retrograde on the 25th of April. And since that is kind of in your, Pluto is ruling your 11th house. So it could bring some people back from the past, some friends, and a goal or a dream that you had put on the shelf. You might be rethinking your goals and your vision. Like, what do I really want to achieve in the world? What groups do I need to belong to? What friendships, reevaluating your friendships. You're looking for intensity. You're looking to do something that really has meaning, that's going to make an impact in the world. So if the work you're doing is not fitting that description, you may decide to change your approach and go off in a different direction that gives you that intensity, that gives you that sense of meaning. It could even bring some powerful people from the past back into your life, people that you once dealt with, and you'll be dealing with them again. Also, I think when Pluto goes retrograde for the 6 months, it will take some of the pressure off of you, because you've been under a lot of stress lately with all these planets in Capricorn. It's been kind of heavy for the past couple of years. You might get a little bit of relief for over the summer. And as a society, we might get that too. It won't feel so life and death. We'll feel like we're getting, maybe the numbers will start to fall with the coronavirus, and we'll feel like, okay, we're getting a grip on this thing. So anyway, Capricorn, this is my forecast. I think there are some good things coming. I think you're going to be clearing out some things that are not healthy for you, that have been draining you, and you're going to be embracing something new that's going to bring you, be more empowering, more fulfilling. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, click on the like button, click on the subscription button if you want to hear more. And if you'd like a private reading, click on the link in the description box. It'll get you on my schedule. It'll take you to my website, and then you can schedule a reading. And I want to just say thank you, everyone, for supporting this channel. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing. Thank you for ordering readings. If you're new, welcome. And what else did I want to say? Oh, stay safe and stay healthy. Do things to support your immune system. That's the best way we're going to fight this thing. Take your, there's plenty of videos on YouTube that talk about vitamin C and different things that you can do to boost your immune system, different foods and supplements. So look those up. Practice hygiene, good hygiene. We'll get through this. And so I want you to enjoy April, and I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.